us out of our hands. Thank you. All right, so before we begin, we would just like to start with the Acknowledgement of Country. We begin by acknowledging the Whadjuk Noongar elders and their peoples, the traditional owners of this land on which we are meeting and on which our college is built. I acknowledge their living culture, their deep spiritual connection to the land, and the unique and continuing contribution they make to the life of this region.
Okay, thank you, Year 8. We have a little presentation for you today. I don't know if many of you know that we offer the Duke of Edinburgh Award at our school. Currently it's only offered to the Year 9s, but it's now being opened up to you guys. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Sean.
Just call me Mr. Sean.
Yep.
That's fine.
Is it Mooring?
Yeah, I don't want to. I hate my last name anyway, so that's fine.
And Sean is from the Awards WA, who make sure that award centres, we're known as an award centre, who look after all of the award centres. So he's going to talk to you today about the possibility of you guys joining in with the Duke of Ed Award. So can we please make sure, as Ms Hall said, we've got everything out of our hands, we're not fidgeting or talking to the person next to you. If you need to, quickly move away from any distractions so that you can give your full attention to the front. Right.
All good? Hi everyone. Very enthusiastic. I love that. That was good. Well done. Does anyone know what the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award is? Good. Blank faces. Fantastic. Okay. Does anyone know who Prince Philip is? Oh, one person at the back.
Oh, yeah, he's the Queen's husband.
He's the Queen's husband.
And the Duke of Ed.
Is that going? Technical Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay. Okay. Yes, whoa, there we go. All right, yes, he's the Queen's husband. Okay. So 1956, the Queen was getting a bit bored with Prince Philip, walking around the house, not doing much. So she said, you need to get out into the world. You need to do something. We can't have you just sitting around watching Netflix and all that. So he said, okay, all right, I'm going to go out. He started looking around. And he started to notice there was a bit of lack of structure in the community, and he started to think back to his youth, and he used to go on all these outward bound trips and all these camps, and he used to love the outdoors, and he thought, well, if I could bring that into our society, a society that was lacking a lot of parental figures from World War II, then that would really help. So he enlisted his old principal, Kurt Hahn, and together they came up with the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award. And that's how it really started. And since then, it's been going for over 60 years, and it's really flourished. Slide.
Do you want me to play that?
No, that's fine. We don't need that. Okay. I'm going to ask you to be a bit interactive here. I know you guys hate it. Are you ready? Okay. If you've done any physical recreation in the past, that doesn't matter if you're walking, running, wheeling, playing football, playing tennis. Can you stand up for me? One, two, three, 4, 5. Right. Oh, that's everyone. Fantastic. Sit back down. I just do this for the power. It's great. Okay. Now, if you've ever played any chess, checkers, played a musical instrument, done any dramatic work, have you ever sang a song, anything like that? Can you stand up? There we go. Fantastic. All right, and down. All right, all right. So, Has anyone here done any voluntary work? That could be surf life saving, bush rangers, helping out the neighbours, anything like that. Can you? Any service hours? Yeah, stand up. And down. That was a bit early. Right, I want you to all keep that in mind whilst I'm talking, okay? Because the majority of you all stood up, except for like 3 of those boys in the middle, making things difficult. But it's all good. So the award, it's done in over 130 countries. 1.3 million people are taking part. It had its 60th anniversary last year, which shows you the longevity in it. I did it when I was at school, which was not that long ago. I had a birthday yesterday, but I refuse to accept them anymore. So I'm still 21 in my head. So when I did it, it was just expected. You got to year 8, you got to year 9, you went off and did your Duke of Edinburgh. We didn't really give much thought to it. But when I started this job, I asked all of my friends, I said, what was the impacts of the Duke of Edinburgh on your life? And I did a bit of a survey, I had everyone come back, and predominantly everyone carried on skills from that award throughout the entirety of their short lives so far. You know, I have people who are in management, have people who got into university due to it. The fantastic thing about this award is, as it's in 130 countries, if you ever want to go and study or work abroad, you go up to a job interview, you go up to a university, and they'll, have you done your Duke of Edinburgh's award? And that way you can get in. I like the confused face there. That's good. Well done, mate. Yeah. So it's really handy. Slide, please. Okay. The benefits of it. Yes, as I mentioned, it really enhances your CV. So we do have an employer program at the moment, and that'll be coming up in one of the slides shortly, and you'll see all the employers we've signed on, and the first thing they'll ask is, have you done your Duke of Ed? Or the second. Now, again, it's recognised by colleges and universities. ECU have recently come on board with us, and it's now a pathway into university, along with another application. But that's a really positive step for this country. Slide, please. And as you can see, all our employers are here. Does any of these stand out to you? Yeah, like the hand up, yeah. Hungry Jacks. That's good, yeah. Yeah, we usually get Hungry Jacks. So everyone, who would be maybe looking for their first job around now? Yep, some of you, that's good. And how many of you would look at Hungry Jacks? 2 of you, that's good. 3. So they will ask you that when you go to apply for them. They'll say, have you done your Duke of Edinburgh's award? So something to think about there. Okay, slide please. Let's talk about the structure a bit. So I got everyone to jump up, jump down a minute ago. As you can see, we've got voluntary service, phys rec, and skills. The majority of you all stood up for that. That means you've already done this before, or you're already doing it. So why not get recognised for it? So that's a big part of it. The bronze, which is the one you would all be taking, that is, it says 3 months, but ignore that. One of them would be a major, and the other 2 would be minors. So the major you would do for 6 months, and then the 2 minors would be for 3 months. So when I did it, I did soccer for 6 months, and I helped at a cat and rabbit rescue for 3 months, and then I think I learned guitar for the other 3 months. So that you can change between all of them. So that's another really handy thing to do. Then we've got our silver. If you do your bronze, go straight into your silver. It's just 6 months across the board. So that's always fantastic. And then same again when you get to your gold. But if you do your silver straight away, then you have to do another major component, which would mean that 6 would turn into a 12. So it's always better to do your bronze, silver, gold, just in order, okay? Let's talk about the Adventurous Journey. Has anyone done any camping or Anything like that before? Yeah, most of you. So you all seem quite well versed in that. I wasn't when I first did it. I was terrified. I did 3 days soaked in rain. You won't get that so much over here. So yeah, so I think that's a positive. So you go out. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can go out, hike for 8 hours, do a lot of preparation and training, first aid, and then you're done with your adventurous journey. So it just means you're camping overnight. Or you can do it another way, which is Adventurous Exploration, which is my personal favourite. It's where you camp in one spot and you go out each day and you do a bit of scientific research or cultural research or, I don't know. We've had a lot of people come out and look at plant species and document them and coming back, and it's really helpful. Okay, we'll ignore the gold residential project for now. And slide, please. All right, voluntary service. So here are a few of the ideas that you can do. So I think we've already mentioned that you can do surf lifesaving. I believe that you already have some sort of service component here. Yes. Yep, cool. Okay, can anyone think of any other ways that you can help the community? Good, silence. Okay, so we've had a few schools that are very into their music program. So what they do is they get creative and they think, well, we really want to explore our skills as musicians, but we also want to help the community. So they go out to a local elderly residential house and they perform as a choir each week, and that fulfills their voluntary service component. Slide, please. FISREC. So it's not confined to this list. You can do more options. We even had someone the other day ring up the office and say, I want to do medieval sword fighting. And yeah, I know. I had to say, excuse me as well. And we checked it out with head office, and turns out it's a sport. Who knew? But there you go. So if you've ever got like a strange FISREC that you want to do, just let us know and we can work something out. Slide, please.
You're right.
Skills. Okay, again, we've got the list here. So coaching, cooking, crafts, and the majority of you stood up for that as well. This is has anyone got any other ideas what you could do for a skill? Okay, I feel like I'm going to stop asking questions. Okay, slide please. Okay, here's your adventurous journey again. Now you can do your practice and qualifying at the same time, which really helps everything these days. So what would be 2 days, 1 night can turn into 3 days, 2 nights, and then you're done with both. It's just an easier way to get through this qualification and just complete it without having to go out twice. Okay, next one please. Don't need this one. Assessors. Okay, this is another important thing. So to keep track of each activity you're doing, you need to have an assessor. So it needs to be someone who's qualified or experienced. For example, Miss Stennett, do you have much experience with soccer?
No.
Then I would not ask Miss Stennett to be my assessor. So, Miss, what do you teach?
A few things.
A few things. Cool. Okay. But if I wanted to do something like English, or I wanted to advance my writing skills, then I would find the appropriate teacher. There we go. Miss Stennett can be my assessor for my writing skills. So it's about finding someone to have that initial conversation with, and then you just keep in contact every now and then and track how you're going. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Can I take a break during my award? Yes, you can. You just have to finish before your 25th birthday. Can you change activities if you need to? Now, this year we've seen a lot of people having to change activities because of winter sports and summer sports colliding due to COVID. Now, you can do up to 4 activities in the same section, okay? So in my FISREC, I could do 3 hours soccer, 3 hours tennis, 3 hours medieval sword fighting. So you can change it up, you just need to get a report for each of them. Do school or work activities count? Half and half. So the issue with this is it can't be like you're in English class and I'm writing away and then I say, oh, I've done an hour in my English class of writing. It has to be, I've taken my work home, I've done an hour at home of writing stories and short stories, and then I go back to my assessor, and that's how you sort of count towards it. Again, with work, so if you're like a referee for netball or soccer, I don't usually acknowledge AFL, I'm sorry. Then you just wouldn't be able to be paid for it, so you would do maybe 2 hours paid, and then the next hour you just volunteer your time. So that's how you do it. Can I do my award in conjunction with Scouts, Surf Lifesaving Cadets? Yes, you can. They pretty much do all the components needed to complete this award. So if you're doing any of them, fantastic. You're on track. Can I count any activities I was involved in prior to starting the award? No, we can't backdate hours, okay? So it goes from the minute you start the award, that's when you start counting. Next slide, please. Questions? Anyone? Oh, thank you. Yes.
On average, how long does it take for someone to complete the entire course?
The bronze to gold or the whole way? Okay, so we're looking at, so if we went straight, so 6 months for your bronze, done. Then you do another 6 months for your silver, that's 12. And then we do the next 12, so 24 months. Thank goodness I added that up in my head. I'm terrible with maths. But so 24 months all in all. But just as a heads up, that is a hard thing to do if you've never done it before. So it's always good just to take your time and really work at it. It's just the best way to do it, slow and steady. Any other questions? Okay, well, if anyone has any other questions, please come up to me, Miss Stenner, or Miss Hall at the end of this, and we'll have a little bit of a chat. Well, thanks so much for having me. Thank you. Cheers.
All right, so year 8, if any of you are interested in doing your Duke of Edinburgh and want to sign up before the holidays so that you can start doing some of these activities over the holidays, please come and see either myself or Miss Hall. We coordinate the award here at school. It is an extracurricular award, but from time to time we do meet up with the Duke of Ed kids to do stuff. So both myself and Miss Hall are going on a camp with the Year 9s in a couple of weeks so that they can complete their Adventurous Journey. So it might be something you want to think about doing. It's really easy to sign up. Please stop talking when I'm talking. Super rude. It may be something you might want to look at signing up now before the holidays. You do have until you are 25 to complete this award, so you don't have to do it you don't have to complete the bronze, silver and gold in that 2-year period. You can do it all the way up until you're 25, so you can stop and start. Okay, if you've got any other questions and you would like to,